Hello to all you mouth breathers out there. I am the Fish, and once again I have risen from the depths of the ocean to bring you an awesome StarCraft 2 cast. Now I've got a very special best of 5 series planned for you guys today. And the reason that I say that it's a very special series is because I'm very excited about it. Now, spawning in the left-hand side as the pink Zerg, we have Nerchio. Now, Nerchio is a Polish player. He's very young, he's only about 19 years old, but he's considered to be one of the top European players. Now, according to Blizzard, he's one of the top 8 players because they invited him to the European Battle.net Invitational. Now, spawning in the upper right-hand corner as the green orcs is none other than Grubby. Now, he's not actually spawning as the orcs, but if you guys don't know who Grubby is, he's a very, very famous Warcraft 3 player, but considered by many to be one of the best Warcraft 3 players out there. Now, he's up and coming in Starcraft 2. I believe he recently made the switch over, and he's even started his own team, although I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. It's Team Grubby. So now Grubby's going to be coming in here doing some scouting with his probe. Now this best of 5 series was coming to you from the Gigabyte Season 2, and it's Cup number 7, so we got a whole bunch of top-level European players in this tournament, and I'll be excited to be bringing you this tournament. And I'm also excited to see what Grubby has in store for us today. Now, I know that Grubby has a lot of skill as a Blade Master, but it remains to be seen if he'll be any good controlling Zealots and Stalkers. Nonetheless, pretty excited to see what he's going to be doing. Seems to be opening up pretty standard. He's going to be getting his second gas pretty early there. Meanwhile, our Zerg player on a reasonably small map like this, you're not too surprised to see him open up with the spawning pool first, and he's getting a pretty fast gas. And of course, if you don't know, the reason for that is obviously to get the Zerglings speed up quickly. And we'll probably start to see him pull these Zerglings off the gas once he gets up to about 100. Grubby doing a little dance with his probe here. And he's going to get warded away by these Zerglings. Now, one of the advantages to having this early kind of spawning pool out is to get these 4 Zerglings. Makes it a lot easier to remove probes from your base, and obviously to get that hatchery up pretty quickly, but I don't know. Interested to see what's going to happen here now. We've got Grubby on 2 gas already, so he may be going for some kind of a defensive style, wisely blocking off this little entryway here, not letting any Zerglings run into his base. So I would imagine Grubby's got some pretty good micro in this game, because Warcraft 3 was a game that was all about the micro. Now, StarCraft 2 seems to be a little bit more macro-oriented, and I wonder if Grubby's micro will really come into play here. So we've got Nerchio working on his natural expansion. He's continuing to get some gas, so that may signal to me that he's thinking about possibly going for some banelings, or maybe even working on a Roachwarren, although he's only got 1 harvester on there right now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Grubby now getting 2 more gateways down. Maybe going for some sort of 3-gate robo expand, or possibly 3-gate robo pressure. If he was going to 4-gate, you'd expect to see a 4th gateway somewhere on the field right now, and I don't see one of those, so wouldn't be too surprised to be seeing him throwing down a Nexus right now. And will he do it? Yes, he is going to be going for the expansion at this point in the game. Meanwhile, we've got our Zergling speed has finished, and these Zerglings are just going to be kind of wandering around the map. So Nerchio and Grubby very aware of what the other one is doing, so I wouldn't expect to see any kind of crazy plays happening right now, but could be anybody's game still, folks. Now we do see a Roachwarren coming down. always a solid choice against Protoss. You want to have the option of getting that sort of second unit. And a layer coming down at pretty standard timing. And it looks like Grubby's thinking about moving out here with just a few sentries. Now finishing up a forge. This is going to be a little bit of a delayed forge expand here. He's turtling actually quite a bit. So interesting to see if he actually decides to hold back or if he's going to attack at some point soon. And it looks like he's going to move out with a bunch of sentries. Now this can be pretty risky because you really don't want to lose all of these sentries here. If all these sentries were to go down, he'd have really no way to defend his base now. Grubby's going to be spawning a hallucinated Phoenix, which is going to allow him to scout out a little bit better. Although his Phoenix is just kind of flown over this way, so I'm not really sure what he's trying to do with that one. Here we see Grubby starting to move in here. Is he going to be able to take down the spine call? It looks like he will, and only a few roaches on the field now for Nerchio, so he's getting caught a little bit off guard by this. He's got good placement on these roaches up on the high ground, but this force field is going to prevent them from joining their brothers. And this pylon's going to allow Grubby to be working in reinforcements constantly, and Nerchio's going to be on his back foot. He's going to be trying to get this pylon down. If he can do that, that would be great because it would help him to cut off some reinforcements. But still, he's got this giant force of Grubbies moving into his base, and I don't know if he's got any way to deal with this. Big force field going down. He's going to take out this queen and a couple of roaches, and now Nerchio's pulling drones off the line to try and deal with this. Grubby trying to micro his way in. Some lings flooding in from behind to try and destroy this force. Is Grubby going to be able to take out all these units? Grubby's spitting up his forces to try and get away from these roaches, and it looks like he's going to be able to finally take out some of these guys. Grubby's micro is really showing that he's doing a good job here, but a lot of roaches now coming in, and all of these units are going to be forced to retreat back home. So Grubby's attack is getting fended off by Nerchio, and he's just now getting burrow and movement speed, and I don't know if Grubby has any observers down, so this could be a huge problem for him if Nerchio is able to micro these. Grubby has nothing to do with this. They can burrow underneath force fields. He can't hold them off, and this is starting to look pretty bad for Grubby here. Now these roaches are coming in. They're trying to work on this photon cannon, and there we go. They're going to burrow right underneath those force fields and try to work their way into Grubby's base. And there's nothing that Grubby can do about this. He can see where they are, but he just can't stop these roaches from coming in here. So Nerchio wisely microing his roaches, and anytime one of these roaches gets to low health, he's just going to burrow it, and they're going to get back up to full. Now Roach is going right underneath his arm, splitting up all of his forces, and that is a bad situation for Stalkers, and it looks like this is going to be game, folks. Good game from Grubby, and that was a really good one, really entertaining game. Grubby came in with a kind of a strange timing attack, and almost was able to break Nerchio. It looked at one point like he was going to be able to do it, but at the last second, a few roaches joined in the fray, and those key upgrades, man, burrow and burrow movement, he got them pretty early in the game. You don't often see a lot of Zergs do that, and I like his decision-making there. He knew that Grubby didn't have a robo-base, so it was a very effective tactic to use. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really entertaining game, and let's move on to the next one.